Today's Best Mix 106. Time for our Mix 106 movie reviews with our Mix 106 movie critic, Willie Waffle. 2 movies for you this week. The animated fun movie for the entire family, Storks, and the remake starring Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt, Ethan Hawke, and more of The Magnificent Seven.
There are times when I think using the word magnificent might be a little bit boastful. And that could be the case this week.
Dang it! I'd hope that there was going to be a butt in there.
Well, there's several butts in this movie, but we're really talking about the movie.
So all those stars couldn't pull this thing out of the muck.
I think they pull it out of the mud, but they elevate it to decent level. They elevate it to passable status. You know, we are talking about the Magnificent Seven. Denzel Washington as the bounty hunter, wandering the Old West, asked by a group of settlers to come help protect their town because an evil corporate titan played by Peter Sarsgaard has been taking their gold, taking their supplies, and killing anybody who gets in the way. And, well, Denzel Washington ain't going to stand for that. And he recruits six buddies and 6 people that are going to be able to start a war.
So how does this compare to the original Magnificent Seven?
Well, the original Magnificent Seven was okay, too. I mean, you know, neither one was like the greatest Western ever made, but I think what you get with this Magnificent Seven is a wonderful homage to the classic Western movies. You know, director Antoine Fuqua really hits it out of the park in that respect. You know, you've got the dusty trails, the awesome Western music, the shadows, the showdowns, Denzel Washington standing in the town square looking like the most cowboy you've ever seen in your entire life.
Are there any other big names?
Well, you got Chris Pratt, who plays a gunslinger who's aboard.
I like him.
Ethan Hawke, who plays a kind of a marksman, more of a what's the word I'm looking for? It's missing from me now, but more of a marksman. So yeah, you've got a group of good actors here, and I think these actors really elevate an average script because there should be a lot more depth to what's going on here. Tell me a little bit more about the 7. You know, we go through this whole sequence where we meet each one of them, but we don't really get to know what's their story. How did they end up here? Why do they want to get involved in this fight? And I think that's what this movie is really missing. You know, we get a little bit of a hint from Denzel Washington's character why he's in this, but they drop the hint maybe once or twice and then don't even address it till it's way too late.
So story development and character development, not so much there.
Not so much there, but, you know, an amazing, amazing climactic battle scene as the war breaks out.
So what do you give it?
We're going to go 2.5 waffles.
All right. I was hoping for 3 or 4 waffles on this one. Is it entertaining at least?
It's entertaining. It's very entertaining. And there's a lot more comic element to it than I think maybe needed to be there, but it's very welcome at other times.
All right. And the other one is a fun family animated show again, Storks.
Yeah, and this is Andy Samberg as Junior the Stork, kind of the stork who's trying to rise up through the corporate ladder because storks don't deliver babies anymore. They deliver packages for an internet company. But he has found out there's a baby on board, and now he's got to deliver it before his boss finds out and he gets fired. And that's when the wackiness ensues, people. You know, that's what the movie really is. It's wacky. It's got lots of goofiness. It's got lots of action. It's got lots of chases and physical comedy and pratfalls. But I think what makes it kind of a little bit better is that you've got these fun pairings. You know, you've got Key and Peele as the wolves who are chasing after the baby.
I like them.
You've got Jennifer Aniston and Ty Burrell as this couple that longs for a baby, even though they already have a son, who would really like to spend more time with them. You know, and you see kind of this give and take in the chemistry among all of them. And yeah, they add in a lot of sappiness too. And I think the movie kind of becomes entertaining enough, okay? I'd say, you know, 2.5 waffles for Storks as well.
All right.
So is this one of the, I always ask this about the animated movies, is it something kids and adults will find funny and entertaining?
Probably kids more than adults, but at least there's enough to keep you from falling asleep.
That's always good.
All right, what do we have next week?
Next week we're going to talk about Deepwater Horizon with Marky Mark.
Don't call him Marky Mark.
He will always be Marky Mark.
He doesn't like it.
I don't care.
It's a term of affection and love.
There you go.
I called him Marky Mark in an interview once, and he did not like it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I would never say it to his face. I'm not crazy.
Well, you don't know. He may be listening to us right now.
I have a feeling he doesn't listen to anything I do.
All right. We'll talk to you next week.
All right. We'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.